Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever and whenever you may be watching this here video. Welcome to the premiere episode of a series I am doing where the primary focus will be on explaining and reviewing the real-life numbers mod US Heartland Edition version 1.2.2. Now, I am by no means an expert or intimately familiar with this mod, but thankfully the creator did provide a in-depth 72-page document that you can read on your own, because I have no intention of reading it to you, that explains the effects the mod has on the gameplay, plus how you can tweak all the little functions of it. I will attempt to point out how the mod works with other mods, such as Seasons and Global Company, and how you can make those mods, with a little bit tweaking in them, more compatible with Real Life Numbers mod. But in this first episode, I'm going to go over a very basic overview of all the little pieces it affects, and just to give you an idea of who it may or may not be good for. So, if you enjoy playing the game just to relax, or you have fun building new farmlands, buying equipment, trying new things out, then this mod is definitely not for you. But if you like a challenge, if you want to see things more realistic, then this is definitely a mod, one of several that I would recommend you try out at least. Or at least continue watching this series to see if it fits your needs. Now, I'm going to go over a few of the basic items, and in next episodes we'll go into detail on each one. We'll keep these episodes pretty darn short. But the basic overview, let's see if I can get this up right. Let's see, this mod affects crop yield, grass, hay, and silage yield, seed usage, crop sell prices, spraying, the rates and how it affects the plants, commodity prices, equipment leasing, animal products, animal care, field information, and lastly, contracts. Now, the manual does go over each of those items in great detail about which of the scripts in the zip folder you can use to change the rates of various things, such as the contracting prices, hourly rates, base pay, etc., etc. Let's see here, just a quick view of prices. As you can see, I'm also using the unit convert. Let's get this here stopped before I roll down into the fence. Alright, so the unit convert light, so it changes it to bushels from liters, but you see the prices here are low compared to what the base game does. But it is more realistic to the US Heartland on what I'm doing. Now, that's not the map I'm playing on, but it is my preferred version of the three, I believe, that he has out. At least I know of two. The Germany base version, and then the US Heartland. I believe he says there is one out for the UK as well. So let's see, that is the prices for the various crops. It does fluctuate. We'll go into more detail how that's calculated and where you can modify that at a later time if you so choose. Let's see, contracts, as you can see, a lot lower than what you'd be used to. We'll go into detail of how these numbers are calculated based on the type of work you're doing and the field sizes. Prices for land does take into account what what the map author may have set, but it also does allow for some leasing instead of outright buying. Let's see if I can find one that's a lease. Like this one here, value $924. So that's not a purchase price. You actually just lease it for 1 year, then at a certain date, which we'll go over when we get to the field. Let's see, is it the field one? Field information? Yeah, when we get to that step, we'll go over when that terminates, how you have to enter into a new year-long contract at roughly the same price to continue to utilize the land. And then, let's see here, not on this one. Going into a given vehicle, leasing is a lot lower than what you're previously used to on the base game. These factors are all calculated down using a pretty nifty formula that the professor has calculated and explains in his manual. We'll go over that in another episode as well. Seed planting, when you're planting in fields, those numbers are reduced. As I mentioned, the contracts takes a lot of different factors into the contracts. I will warn you, don't do potato contracts, not unless you modify the file, because I lost money doing that, big time. And crop yields, I believe he may have tweaked that down because of seasons. He's made quite a few adjustments once seasons came out. Version 1.2 is the first seasons ready. If you have any versions before that, it is not compatible with seasons, so you will want to update. And let's see if there's anything else of note. Well, for the basic overview, that is just about it. So, let's see here. Get it out of here. I'm going to try to throw some straw in here. Not sure that bale straws will work, but we'll see. I am not good at backing up these kinds of trailers, that is for certain. There we go. So it did take. Awesome. Alright, so for this episode, just a brief overview, I think that'll be it. Future episodes will be switching from in-game views to some of the tables that he has provided for us to review, and we'll go into detail. If you have any questions or comments, things you want me to go over specifically, please feel free to comment down below, ask us questions. I'll reply to your comments if I know the answer and it doesn't need a visual representation of it. Otherwise, if it's appropriate, we'll include the answer to your questions in a future episode. So until then, I hope you do download this mod, look at the manual for yourself, and come enjoy the rest of the episodes. Until next time, have a great day.